Okay, so welcome, everyone, and thank you that you're joining this webinar with us. We are very excited to bring to you the presentation on Launchpad, which is soon coming in Surabaya. I'm joined here by my colleagues, Mabel Jo and Mary. And you will have a chance to hear from all of us. Thanks again for joining on time. Now, without taking much more time, I'll give you a very brief introduction of Western Sydney University. So I hope that some of you have attended other Western Sydney University webinars as well. So Western Sydney University is coming to your city, Surabaya. And we will start our programs in Surabaya in September this year. So it's not too far. And I do hope that some of you are interested in joining our degree programs or have joined the degree programs already. So you may have heard this before, but just to recap, we are a large comprehensive university. We have about 50,000 students across our 13 campuses. We have 11 campuses in Western Sydney or Sydney, Australia. And we have a couple of offshore campuses. And soon we will have Surabaya as well as our offshore campus. We are a very unique university in the way that, Mary, can we go back to the previous slide? Thanks. So very unique in the way that majority of our students are first in the family, meaning that they come from the backgrounds where their parents or grandparents haven't been to a university. So it's a very proud moment for our students to join the university. And we are very proud of that achievement as well for our students. We have, again, large university. We have about 3,500 staff. We are very multicultural. And I think that's also going to be a big advantage when we are in Indonesia, because our students come from 170 plus nationalities. So that's a bit about who makes up Western Sydney. Next slide, please, Mary. Now, in terms of our ranking and in terms of our achievements, we are top 2% of the universities worldwide. We are top 100 in the young universities in the world. We are #1 university in our state, New South Wales, for employer satisfaction. And we are #1 university for addressing gender equality. And we are quite proud of our work that we have done in achieving that gender equality. And we're proud of our female students as well. We are top 20 amongst the Australian university for research excellence. And the thing, next slide, please. And the thing that we are most proud of is that this is the 3rd consecutive year when we have achieved #1 ranking, impact ranking, ranked by Times Higher Education for impact. Mary, next slide, thanks. So we got that achievement in 2021. Again, got that achievement in 2022 and 2023 as well. Mary, for some reason, I'm seeing the same slide, the second slide. Okay, we've got just a bit of technology disruption, so I apologize. We will be back with our slides very, very soon. But until we join back and we are able to share the slides with you, I'll tell you a little bit about our impact rankings and how we got to be #1 in the world. So we do a lot of work in communities, in countries, in the areas that address the Sustainable Development Goals. So we do a lot of work in the area of water, equality, education, and the work that we do primarily in these countries through our research, through our programs, and through our teaching is how we get these rankings. And as I said, it's a very proud 3rd year for us that we have achieved this ranking. So you can see on the screen, We do a lot of things that we are recognized for. And as I said, impact is one, partnerships is another one, being sustainable and being for sustainable consumption, that's another one. So very proud of the impact that we are overall making in the world. Next slide, please. This is the team. So my name is Inu Rana. I'm Senior Manager Global Partnerships, and hopefully I'll see a number of you in July, not too far off from now, when we opening our campus officially and inviting people to come and experience our campus. And I will be there along with my other colleagues. Mabel, who's our Senior Coordinator, Communications and Activations, will be there in August. And she'll come and say hello when we organize and when we run our orientation programs. Quinn, who is not here with us today, she is our Administrative and Operations Officer. And Mary, who's with us now, is the Assistant Engagement, Events and Marketing. And hopefully you'll meet all of us at one point, one time or other during this year. Next slide, please. So what is Launchpad? So Launchpad was started in 2015, right? So as I said, that many of you would have attended our seminars from our schools, such as Computing Science, Data and Mathematics School, Engineering School, School of Business. And similarly, Launchpad is a unit of Western Sydney University. And what we do is we help startups. We've established in 2015, so it's been about 8 years. We have 4 sites in Western Sydney itself. The 5th site is going to be Surabaya. And what we do is we've established to drive regional and university innovation. We have a very open to community model. So what that means is that whether you are a student of ours or you're staff or you're someone from community, if you want help in innovation, entrepreneurship or startups, we're there to help you. And I think if some of you who are attending this webinar are not our prospective students or aren't joining us this year, you can still engage with the university through Launchpad. And we run innovation and entrepreneurship programs. Now, what is also important to know is that all our programs are free of charge for community and for our students. And we run a lot of them. And you'll see a lot of examples today of the kind of programs and the kind of activities that we run. Next slide, please. So in our journey of last 7 to 8 years, as I said, we've got 4 sites in Australia. And we work with industry, SMEs, startups, researchers, staff, student, everybody, community, right? In the last 7 years, we have supported more than 500 startups. We have supported through programming more than 400 founders. 2,000 of our students have engaged with us via programs or other activities. 2,500 community members engaged with us. So we run a lot of programs for the community as well. And I'll explain some of them, what we do, especially for our students and what we do, especially for our community. And we've helped 150 companies, and we have hosted more than 250 programs. I'm sure this 250 programs is more than 1,000 programs, because we have, every week we have something or other on one of our sites in Australia. Next slide, please. So this is an overview of our programs. So what we do, if I can explain to you in a nutshell, we run entrepreneurship training and development programs, right? So entrepreneurial education, far left, Venture Makers program, side hustle series that you will know shortly what these things are. They're all entrepreneurship training and development programs and workshops and activities. And why do we do that? We do that because we believe that entrepreneurship and innovation is the key to future. So if our students have to succeed or will succeed in future, it is off the back of these skills. So these are very important skills. And we do a lot of research and we do a lot of work around understanding how to prepare our students for future. And we know that a successful career, our students can make a successful career if they have some critical skills. So what we try to do is develop those critical skills in our students through our programming. And obviously there is knowledge, right? So if you're an engineer, for example, you would, learn all the technical aspects of being an engineer. You'll learn how to work with machines. You'll learn how to operate stuff. You would learn how to make stuff. But at the same time, what are some of the other skills that you will need in order to be successful in your career, in order to get a job? So those are the kind of skills that we bring to our students, and we help our students develop through our programming. And that's why university has made a commitment that wherever we go, as in open our offshore campuses, we're going to have Launchpad presence, because we believe that through the programming that we bring to our students, to our staff, it translates back into those critical skills into the students and the staff that is going to help them in the future. So all these programs that are run there, not only giving you knowledge, but also giving you those sort of skills that you need. We also run accelerator programs, as in when we say accelerator programs, that's startups. So if some of our students have an idea, they want to launch a startup, or someone in the community want to launch a startup, we put them through our programming, again, free of charge. And similarly, we have Booster Masterclass series. So these are sort of intensive workshops that helps our startups develop those skills and knowledge that will help them achieve success in their startups. Next slide, please. So I'll play a short video, and this will basically highlight for you what is needed in today's world as a student. When I talk about, what's the career that you should have, and how should you develop those sort of skills. So this video is a great example and a great narrative around how our Venture Makers program was formulated, and why did we formulate, and what special things we do in that program. Mary, can we share the video, please? Thank you. Can't hear the sound.
It doesn't matter who you are. Okay. In today's world and in any sector, you need an entrepreneurial mindset to be able to cope with change, but also lead that change.
Most industries have experienced some kind of disruption. That has presented a real difficulty for business, and they're looking for graduates who can help them compete in that really volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous environment.
Instead of being a victim of the changes of the technology, I can take advantage of it.
I wanted to do the Venture Makers program because I wanted to learn what being an entrepreneur is all about.
It's really about how do entrepreneurs think about problems in a unique way. Students across the university, regardless of their discipline, can be exposed to entrepreneurialism, and our industry partners who bring that sort of real world relevance.
That's why Venture Makers is so important. It's about getting the students and industry together to work on those real world problems.
We wanted to be involved with Venture Makers because we really wanted to see how students could solve problems that the industry commonly has. And a lot of those problems are things that people have grown accustomed to, but it takes somebody who hasn't really been in that space to come up with a new and interesting answer to it.
And I feel that the power of the program is really bringing those people together around a common purpose, and then really creating an environment where they can thrive.
I was so shy, but then they taught me a lot of tips in order to get through the fear, and they call that the non-verbal skills, and I love it.
Entrepreneurialism is something you do, not something you talk about. So it's hands-on, it's gritty.
Sustainability is really important to me. At Venture Makers, you get to work with international teams on global problems like climate change.
The skills I have learned from the Venture Maker program is definitely helpful to my life. A step-by-step guide to innovate something is the essential skill that I will have to use in the future.
As a company, one of the big benefits of being in Western Sydney is just the amount of diversity in both thinking and people that we can meet here.
One of the exciting things about being in this region, Western Sydney, is the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship, and that's really being driven by the amount of growth and investment that we're seeing in this region. opportunity presents itself in areas that are growing, and really being able to attach yourself, to that growth and participate, in that expansion is, I think, really exciting.
Thanks, Mary. This is one of my most favorite videos because it does such a great job of explaining why entrepreneurship is important for you, of explaining what we do and how we develop our programs so that the students develop those skills, and how we think, or not only think ourselves, but encourage our students to think around problems, around opportunities. Now, I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Mabel, at the moment, and she's going to run through some of the programs that she runs at Launchpad, and she's going to explain to these programs for you. I also wanted to say that we have enabled the captions, so if you want to read what we are saying at the same time, you can, I think, enable captions at your end if you aren't already doing so. So Mabel, over to you.
Excellent. Thanks, Inu. Hi, my name is Mabel Jo. I'm part of the Launchpad team. I look after all the communications and marketing, as well as some of the events and programs. And I'm super excited to be here at the info session today to talk about a little bit about what programs that Launchpad runs. One of the really exciting ones that we run are the innovation challenges. So in Australia, we've been running these innovation challenges since 2021, and we're already up to our seventh one. Last year in Indonesia, we actually ran our first innovation challenge. And I just wonder whether anyone online was actually part of the innovation challenge. What it is it's a one-day hackathon style challenge day where you work in teams from all different backgrounds. So you might be studying, I can see someone asking about psychology. You could be studying engineering. It doesn't matter. You come all together as a group to solve a problem together. And to actually ideate and come up with an amazing solution. And you don't do this alone. We've actually got a chief facilitator who has a lot of experience in the startup industry, who will actually train you and give you a step-by-step guide as to, how to come up with an amazing solution to make sure that you actually, solving the problem. And you'll also have a few mentors who will actually guide you throughout the day. So you're not left alone. Throughout the day, we will actually teach you a lot of tips and tricks and processes in how to come up with these amazing solutions. And one of the ones where I find a lot of the students are very excited and really enjoy is the session where we use AI to help you come up with the solutions. Using ChatGPT or Bard, it's a really fun way to, think about innovation. And at the end of the day, you will actually work in teams to pitch your idea at the pitch competition in front of some judges. And some of these judges may be startups, they may be government officials, they may be people from, the university or specific associations. And so it's really great to be, to pitch your idea in front of these important people. And not only that, you'll be able to win prizes and also make friends. And maybe even with the idea that you pitch on the day, you may actually, have an amazing startup idea, and you may become, Surabaya's next unicorn startup. So it's a really exciting thing. Later on, Inu will actually explain to you the challenge that's coming up in October, but we aim to be running a lot of these innovation challenges in person in Surabaya. So we want to welcome you to attend. We've got a few videos coming up about the innovation challenge. It'll just give you a little bit of an understanding of what the day might look like. This is actually from the one we did in Australia, but it will give you a little bit of an idea. Thanks, Mary.
3, 2, 1, go.
Excellent. Thank you. So I don't know if you can tell, but it is a very, very fast-paced day. But it's a very exciting day, and it's a day where you'll find a lot of fulfillment. And the next one that I wanted to talk about is the Side Hustle series, which was actually launched about a year ago here in Australia. It's been very, very successful, and a lot of the students have really enjoyed it. So what Side Hustle series is, it's your opportunity to use your passions, whatever they may be, to make money. And this is done through, I guess, 4 different channels. As you can see, we've got Show It, which is kind of your video platforms. Maybe you want to be the next, YouTuber, the next TikTok sensation. The second one is Say It, which is like audio content. So thinking about podcasts or blogs. The third one is Sell It, which is potentially selling things on Amazon Marketplace or selling something on some sort of online platform. And the fourth one is Serve It, which is like more of a using your skills in the service industry to make money. And so we understand as students, sometimes you just need a little bit more money. And to be honest, who doesn't want money, right? And so in one day, we will actually go through step by step for you to understand how you can think about something that you're very, very passionate about, or maybe something that you're really, really good at doing, and maybe thinking about a platform that you can use to actually, make money out of it. And so it's a very, very fun day where we will teach you not only the skills that you will need to, put content together, but we will actually teach you a little bit about the type of equipment you might need, and a few kind of like little insider tricks. And similar to the Innovation Challenge, we will also use AI to help you in creating content, putting scripts together. And so Side Hustle is a very, very fun day where you can hopefully come out and, be able to launch your side hustle while you're studying. We've got a little video. This one in particular is about the Say It. So it's very, very focused on podcasts, but the idea, hopefully you'll be able to see what the other ones would be like.
Quiet in the house, please. We're recording.
So the Say It Side Hustle was really focused on building out podcasts. We looked at helping them to build their platform and their message. So, who's their audience? What do they want to say to them?
I would say the Side Hustle series is very helpful if you want to know where to start and what type of resources you could use in terms of software, gear, or even steps of just setting up your first podcast.
They run you through the entire process of it. I would say I'm much better equipped to be able to make my own podcast.
It's more about teaching the students how to develop really good interviews, how to develop a strong point of view that can then be reflected throughout their podcast.
So who's ready to make some money? Feel free to put in the chat if you're keen to launch a side hustle and what platform you might want to be using. I might just hand it over to Mary, who will be talking about some other programs as well. Thanks, Mary.
Hello, thanks everyone. Yes, so we also have something called a Venture Makers Global Exchange Program. As Inu mentioned at the beginning, I am an assistant here at Launchpad, but I started as a student. And in one of my first years working at Launchpad, I had the privilege of going on the Venture Makers Global Exchange Program to Japan. And this program is just a short, intensive program to help you and teach you entrepreneurial skills. And it's for people, you don't have to come from a business background or be studying business. Just have an interest in entrepreneurship and an interest in innovation. And it's all about, just connecting people. So as Indonesian students, hopefully, who will engage with Launchpad, we really want to connect you with our students here in Sydney, Australia, and hopefully in the future with students from other other campuses as well. But this program in particular was with our partner in Japan. And so we had Japanese students come to Australia, learn about the startup ecosystem here in Australia for 10 days. And then we sent 10 students from Sydney, Australia, over to Japan and learned about the Japanese startup ecosystem. And just really all around, as we have an open to community model, so really all around collaboration, global connectivity, and just, helping our students to understand what's out there in terms of startup ecosystems. So it's a really, really, really great program. In the future, we hope to run exchange programs with Indonesia, so Indonesian students coming here to Sydney, Australia at the end of the year, actually, so keep an ear out, and I think Inu will speak on that also. And then also potentially our students going over there. So a lot of exciting things happening in terms of our global exchange program, and we just have a short video just as a recap of what happened here in Sydney. Oh, it happened in Japan.
I applied for this study tour to learn a bit more about innovation and collaborative work and ideation, that sort of thing. I believe that in my course, we don't really have an opportunity to learn entrepreneurship and innovation, and so I just thought it'd be good supplementary learning for me just to help in my career.
I wanted to learn about innovative and creative thinking in order to progress my career and bring it into the world and make the world a better place.
I would definitely recommend this study tour to everyone at Western Sydney University. I was lucky enough to have this opportunity to travel to Japan, out of all places in the world, to meet new people, to gain insight on how the industry works.
I would recommend this study program to other students if you're looking to gain a little bit more insight on the process of joining and creating and working in a startup, and if you'd like to know a little bit more about the process of ideation and you're interested in collaborating with students in another country.
Apply, 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 yes.
Thank you, Mary. Mary, you are muted, by the way.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying, I'll hear in here now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks, Mary, and thanks, Mabel. So you saw some of the programs that we bring to our community and to our students, and someone has asked the question, Marshall Liam, whether Launchpad has office in Indonesia, and Mabel has said yes. So of course, we are going to have a Launchpad site within our campus in Surabaya, so you can come and speak to us. We are also going to be having a couple of staff members, Launchpad people there to engage with you. Now, Launchpad is pretty global at this stage, and we are developing a big innovation network, being part of other innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystems around the world. So as you saw that we are in Australia, we're soon going to be in Indonesia. We are in Vietnam already. We have a lot of programs that are ongoing with Japan, and you saw a great video of one of the programs that we run with our Japanese counterparts, and our students get an opportunity to travel to Japan. We're also going to have a campus in India and Launchpad in India, and we also do a lot of work with Canada and UK. So if you engage with us, you get an access to all these countries, all these markets, and all the other ecosystems, important ecosystems. So I think that's a unique offering that Launchpad has developed for its people, for the people that engage with us. Next slide, please, Mary. So this is where we're going to be, and it's Pakuwon Tower. You may be familiar with the area. I love Surabaya. It's a great city, and I've been to Surabaya 4 or 5 times, and it very much reminds me of home. Very much reminds me of Western Sydney itself. It's an amazing city, great food, great vibe, and great people. So we are very excited to be here. This is where we're going to be, level 35 and 36, and Launchpad is right in the middle of the campus. And we hope to see many people like yourselves there. Next slide, please. Okay, so we're doing quite a number of events in Surabaya, and because we obviously, as I said, we are going to have a presence in Surabaya. You are welcome to come and speak to us. As I mentioned before, I will be there at the end of July, from 29th to 3rd of August, 29th of July to 3rd of August, as many of my colleagues will be. So I would recommend and I would request you to come and see us. And we are doing a number of things in Surabaya in 2024, and I'll briefly explain what those things are. So next slide, please. So it's the first thing that we're doing is the Innovation Challenge, right? So Mabel ran a wonderful video on Innovation Challenge and explained what our Innovation Challenges are all about. So we're running EcoHack, Innovating for a Sustainable Tomorrow. The date is set. It is 9th of October. It's free for you to join. The QR code is on the screen. So if you take if you scan this QR code, you will be able to go to the site, which explains what the challenge is about, but also will help you sign up for the challenge. Great prizes, great day, great number of skills that you learn during the day. We engage with great people around you. Your facilitators will come all the way from Australia. And it's not only a day where you learn a lot of skills, but it's also a day where you meet a lot of people and you network and you meet a lot of experts, as well as you meet other people like you. So Mabel has very kindly put a link in the chat. So I would encourage you all to have a look. And if you're interested, please join the challenge. Last year, when we ran this challenge, we had over 100 people there on the day. And both Mabel and Mary were there with me that day. And we had a fantastic day. Students won fantastic prizes, lots of great ideas, and everybody had lots of fun. So I encourage you to have a look at that and consider joining the challenge. Next slide, please. We're going to bring a number of master classes to Surabaya. As I explained before, startup masterclasses are workshops on specific startup-related topics. So if you do have an idea in mind, if you don't know where to start, if you don't know what your next step should be, if you want to know a little bit more about how startups think, what challenges startups face, how do they solve problems, I encourage you to again, attend our masterclasses. They're free for anyone and everyone to join. And you learn about great topics such as how to pitch your business idea, how to find a co-founder, how to get investment ready, how to go to market, and how to have a go-to-market and sales strategy, how to raise capital, how to pitch your product, etc., a range of topics, how to do branding for your products. So some really good topics for anyone to consider if they're considering entrepreneurship and startups. Next slide, please. We're also going to bring an innovation conference to Surabaya. I think it's going to be a great day because we will have industry, local industry, people from Australia, people from other parts of the world, our students, other people from community, and we're going to talk about some great topics in this innovation conference. It says here November 24, but it's been put off till February. And again, I encourage you at the end of this slideshow, we'll give you an option to scan a QR code so that you can be aware and you can sign up to our newsletter and you are in the know of when we're doing things. So it's important to be in touch with us. But at the same time, I would really highlight one thing, which is, it is a great opportunity for any of you, for all of you, to not only know what we're doing in Surabaya, but also to learn and to hear from great experts from around the world. And great knowledge and great skills to achieve some of those skills for yourself. Next slide, please, Mary. Oh, next slide is Q&A. Okay, we do have a slide where you sign up. So we'll put that slide in front of you. As you can see, we've got a number of social channels that I'll get either Mary or Mabel to perhaps tell you where to click on this slide. or to scan? Is it the QR code? Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
Thank you,
scan the
Mary.
QR code if you've been interested in anything that's been said during this presentation or want to know more. You can scan the QR code and it will take you to our Surabaya Launchpad website. On there, we'll have more information about everything we've spoken about. And if you scroll to the very bottom of the page, you'll see this where it asks if you want to get involved. So you can join our mailing list. That's what we really encourage you guys to do so you can stay updated about the amazing events coming to Surabaya very soon. I've also attached our socials there if you want to give us a follow. And if you have any direct questions that you're not able to ask today, we'll have time for questions now. Then please email launchpad.surabaya@westernsydney.edu.au and we'll be able to answer any questions you have regarding our programs if you don't get the chance to today. But I think we'll now open it up to see if anyone has questions.
Perfect, thank you. So thanks to everybody who's put questions already for us. But as Mary said, if you have any more questions, please feel free to put those in the chat. I would just, very briefly take this opportunity to not only thank my colleagues, Mabel, Mary, and Regina, but to thank you as well for joining this webinar with us. I think we are very excited to be in Indonesia, Surabaya. It's a great country, great city, Surabaya, as I said. And we're very excited to be, within the country and delivering the sort of programs that we deliver here in Australia to the community there. Great programs. And as I said, you would have heard from our colleagues before. We are there from 29th of July and the campus will be open for you to visit. And we will be there to answer any questions, to introduce you to some of our colleagues and also to introduce you to a brand new, beautiful campus. And if you're thinking about, studying, taking your career further, I've worked with the university for 13 years. It's a great university. And as I said, we are known worldwide for our research and for our impact. So take this opportunity to know a bit more about us, find the program that suits you, and most importantly, come and see us at Launchpad, because we can really help you with the startup idea that you may have at the back of your mind right now.
Thanks. We actually have two questions so far in the Q&A.
Great.
The first is, I'm not a student studying business. Can I join one of Launchpad programs when I enroll to Western Sydney?
Absolutely, you can. And all of my colleagues, Mabel and Mary, would say the same thing. We welcome people from community to come and join our programs. And as I said, our programs are totally free for the students. Our programs are also free for for community as well. So it doesn't cost you anything to come and engage with us, to be part of one of our programs. I would strongly encourage you to be there at the end of July to speak to us in person, because that gives an opportunity for us to know a little bit more about you, a little bit more about what sort of program you're after. Maybe it's a startup idea that you're thinking, and working with a startup accelerator like ourselves. And there are some great accelerators in your own country too, I must say. I'm engaging with quite a few of them. It really does a great deal for yourself, because what you're doing is you're engaging with experts. So yeah, please come and say hello, and you're more than welcome to join any of our programs that we bring to Surabaya. What's the next question, maybe?
So the next question is in regards to a post that we put up regarding a community and operations officer at Surabaya. Someone's just asking, could you please let me know how long the application process will take? We know.
Okay, so if you've applied, congratulations on taking that first step. We have received quite a number of wonderful applications, and we are going through the process of selecting those. The position is still up and running. People can apply until the end of this week. So we are going to wait until Friday to get all the applications in. And then from there on, you should be hearing back from us within a couple of weeks as to, what are the next steps for you if you progress to that next stage.
Yep. And we have some questions. Some of them were answered in the chat, but just in case some people missed it, there's a lot of questions around Side Hustle Series program, how to join it, is it online, when will it be coming to Surabaya?
It'll be coming to Surabaya very soon. So if not in November or December, then definitely early next year. This is one of the programs we are very much looking forward to bring to Surabaya. It is an exciting program for our students. We've got an overwhelming positive feedback for the program. So we would definitely bring it to Surabaya. And I would just encourage you to stay in touch with us, use our socials, email us, sign up to our newsletter, and you'll definitely know when we are bringing that program. I see someone's hand up.
Yes, that is Mosh Arifin. They asked a question, maybe Regina, you may know. They've asked, what is Startup Study Program, Doctoral Psychology Clinical with Western Sydney University? I think that's a postgraduate degree.
Yes, terima kasih Bapak Muhammad Arifin untuk pertanyaannya. Tadi di kolom chat saya sudah mencantumkan link mengenai program Doctoral Clinical Psychology. Jika nanti Bapak ada pertanyaan, Bapak bisa menghubungi rekan kami, Miss Niki, di nomor WhatsApp yang sudah tersebut ya Pak. Jika Bapak ada pertanyaan lain, mungkin bisa diketik Pak. Karena untuk webinar hari ini kita tidak ada fitur untuk turn on mikrofon, jadi kalau Bapak ada pertanyaan lain mungkin bisa diketik, Pak. Terima kasih.
Yes. Excellent. And someone asked, how much is it to join Side Hustle Series?
It's I guess Mabel can answer that question, but as far as I know, it's a free program for you to join. Mabel, can you elaborate a little bit more on that program?
Yes, as you can see, we do run a lot of programs at Launchpad, and that is because we're really trying to give all students, regardless of what you're studying, an entrepreneurial experience. So you may not be thinking about launching a startup, but maybe you want to make money, or maybe you want to, do well in your future career, and that's where you can come to Launchpad and learn new skills. So Side Hustle is one of them. As a student, all the programs that we offer will be free to students. I know that there may be some occasions where if you're not a student, you may need to pay a very, very small fee. But definitely as students, everything that Launchpad has to offer is available to you as for free. So think of it as an additional freebie add-on once you're a university student. So definitely if you do enroll, I would highly suggest that you get involved with Launchpad because there'll be a lot of things that you'll be able to get out of the programs that we run, and you're not having to pay another extra additional fee for that.
Isn't that wonderful? All those programs for community. And again, I would say that this is a great program for you to join, for any student to join. There's a lot that you get out of the program. And we're very proud that our team, including Mabel and our entrepreneurs in residence and Mary and others, actually designed this program from scratch. And such a great program.
I've got a question here that someone's asked anonymously. And so I've asked here, does Launchpad offer any courses? Maybe you can speak about anything that might be coming in the future.
Look, we offer programs and workshops is how I would put it. We would have a couple of subjects that we will deliver through our other degree programs. We also run Bachelor of Entrepreneurship here in Australia that we will be bringing to Surabaya as well. Not this year, but in the coming years. So Bachelor of Entrepreneurship is a one-year degree program that you can attend and add on top of your existing degree program to get a dual degree. So yeah, there are lots of programs and lots of workshops and some other things that we will be bringing. But look, whatever we bring, whether it's a short experience or a long experience, such as Bachelor of Entrepreneurship, we very much, as Mabel put it, we want to develop those entrepreneurial skills in you. So please just sign up for our newsletter and come in and start attending our programs. And that's how we've seen our community grow in Australia. more and more people are joining more and more of our programs. So yeah, there'll be some curriculum as well, but there'll be some non-curriculum programs as well. I hope that answers your question.
Yep, there's one more question that Mosh Arafin has asked. Regina's answered it. Our location at Surabaya. So she just answered it saying we're at Pakuan Tower.
And I have a question and another anonymous question here. Someone's asked about global mobility and if there will be any opportunities as an Indonesian student to do that.
If you are our Indonesian students, definitely. And can I just tell you as well, if you are already a student in Indonesia doing your bachelor's, and if you are in your third year or fourth year of your program, there are opportunities through your own government. We are running a program. We're going to be running a program shortly where we're getting a bunch of Indonesian students to Australia to launch pad. So ISMA is the name of the program, IISMA. Maybe Mary, you can put that in the chat. And I would encourage you to look that up. There are existing opportunities. But yes, once you are an Australian student, like a student at Western Sydney University, those sort of global opportunities will be open to you as well.
Excellent. I think that was all the questions that we've seen so far.
Hey, that's wonderful. So I'll just say thank you again to everybody.